Everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista here to do the extended monthly forecast for July 2018. This is for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I hope that you enjoyed your June monthly reading, and I am just at the end of my summer vacation, so thanks for your patience with this month's upload. But I'm pretty excited for these retrograde planets. There are 6 planets in retrograde right now. I'll leave a link in the description box for you. I think it's called Collective Evolution. It does a really great job at spelling out what those planets in retrograde mean for you and your loved ones. So give that a little read if you are feeling things are off or a lot of deja vu or can't put your finger on something. And obviously, I hope that this reading is very helpful for you as well. This is a general reading, so whatever is most prominent to you at the time that you view this, I encourage you to take those messages and apply them, and I hope that you find them helpful and healing. So this guy just jumped out. This is the 9 of Swords. This is a lot of anxiety, feeling overwhelmed by something. It may show up in your 6-card reading in just a moment, but that message might have been for someone in particular or a group of Libras experiencing something right now, so that could have been a message for you. Let me just concentrate as I shuffle here, and I'll get your cards out and we'll take it from there. What does Libra need to know? Month of July. And the King of Pentacles just jumped. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn could feature prominently in the month of July for you, or that could be your energy. You could have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your own first 5 planets of your own chart. If that's the case, that could represent you right now. But ultimately, the King of Pentacles is a great deal of stability and wealth. All right, Libra. So we're going to pull from the bottom of the deck for your underlying energy. Look at that. Well, I guess we're supposed to talk about that today. Underlying energy, heart of the reading, recent past, present, future. Oh, that's nice. Advice card. Just to get a little overview, as I always do, of your reading before getting into each card in its respective position. I will make mention here, first of all, we're dealing with a couple of 9s. We're dealing with a 10 here at the heart of the reading. You're really coming to the end of something. There's a burden that is you either need to let go of or need to become aware of. A period of your life or a chapter or a theme that needs to come to an end. So whatever you consider a heavy load right now, or something that feels daunting, something giving you anxiety, it could be something that you're doing, okay? And then a wish was made. You were living in this world of wishes prior to July. You could have even had a wish brought to you or come true, but it's almost like that wish, because this is the past, right? So it precedes the 9 of Air. It was like the 9 of Cups it's a wish card, and then right, it's emotional wellness, it's emotional happiness. Your cup overfloweth. But as I said, the underlying energy to the month of July for you is anxiety about it, sleeplessness. You could even be distraught over something here. So, I mean, it could not have to be, it doesn't have to be related. You being distraught about something doesn't have to be related to what that wish was, or the act of this wish coming true, or a prayer being answered, etc. necessarily, but because they're in the same row, for example, they're both 9s, I'm going to suggest that this does have to do with it. So something you foresaw for yourself. Again, this is a general reading, so business, partnerships, travel, health, like whatever this applies to in your life, however you want to apply this, because it's a general reading, whatever appeared to be a wish for you previous to the month of July is kind of giving you nightmares. This is like a nightmare card. The beautiful thing about any nines though is that obviously what follows is a 10. So even with the 9 of Swords here, what follows, right? If you're willing to give up that ghost, that burden, that load, that weight that you're willingly carrying here, but it doesn't serve you anymore. Like there's a chapter needs to close here for you to find any peace. I really feel too here with the 9 of Cups in your recent past. I feel like you were so close, and you might even be feeling that now as well. And it could be even be lending even more energy to the disappointment, frankly. We're dealing with 9s and 10s. So this is like, it's maturing. This is maturing energy. It's growing. So, and then here at the bottom row. So let's look at this in relation to the rest of the reading. We're dealing with a lot of gorgeous fire energy here, so I'm really happy to see this for you in both your present and your future positions. Listen, Libra, I just got goosebumps. Like, I hope you can see that. This is you literally taking action. You can get yourself out of this. You can help yourself out of this nightmare, okay? And nightmare is, it's a term. It doesn't mean it's a literal nightmare for you, but it means that it could be leaving you sleepless. It could be just, I want to emphasize, it wasn't whatever you got that you thought you wanted, whatever that means to you, didn't turn out the way you wanted. And I think here there's a beautiful opportunity for you to say, I'm going to take action to solve this. Okay, so the month of July really looks like a beautiful month for you to just say, I'm not going to put up with it. I deserve peace. I want better out of life. I'm going to take action, okay? And very, very often with an ace here as well in your present, or particularly in the present position here, could be saying you need to either take an opportunity or seek an opportunity. So if an opportunity comes your way to get out of this or find a way out of this situation, this sort of anxiety, this heavy load, if there's a way out, take it. Okay, Libra, don't suffer. And then here with the, as I said, the King of Wands here in your future, this is a lot of spiritual and even like sexual potency. There's a lot of potent energy here with the King of Wands. This is making the right move for you. This is leadership. This is the heart and soul of a warrior, okay? His heart is glowing here. And it's also way past this 10 of Wands. So I think that you can even take the lessons that came with this burden or load or decision or, okay, whatever's going on here with this weight. You can take that and use that to your advantage. So for example, let's just say it is a relationship issue. You realize exactly what you don't want. It's almost like the process of elimination. Like you're learning more and more and more, not only about your partner or your choice of partners, but about yourself, okay, more importantly. And it's almost like you're gonna take that information, use it to your advantage, build on it, and then create that or live by that list where you've made the process of elimination. And use it to your advantage. As long as no one, if you're not using or abusing anyone, and you're not lying to or deceiving anyone, you really have no apologies to make here. You need to do what's best for you, what's best for your higher spirit. And this is in the future for you. So and an ace is something's being given to you here. So really jump on this if that's the case. Your advice card is the Fool. This is a risk. This is a risk of the heart. It follows this extremely large-hearted person, this very, very passionate person. Perhaps this is another term that you really need to hear right now too, Libra, which is maybe you really need to get out of this, I'm fooling myself into giving so much of myself, feeling like I can fill myself up with something that just makes me anxious and tired. Maybe you need to switch directions and follow your bliss. Maybe you've been denying yourself that, or someone in your environment is providing this type of energy And it's giving you an opportunity to find out exactly what it is you want. So that being a very long overview, let's get into this one by one. As I mentioned, underlying energy, anxiety, restlessness, sleeplessness. The original artwork in the Rider-Waite, of course, is the woman laying on the bed with the 9 swords above her. Swords are thoughts, ideas, and beliefs, okay? So anytime we're dealing with that, it's almost like what's happening in your own mind. You're being driven to anxiety because what's going on in your own mind. And if it is about communication, it's not going anywhere. It's going in circles. You don't know maybe even who to trust or who to talk to here. So that could feel very isolating. As I said in the heart of the reading, this is a burden. This is a load. Previous to the 10 of Wands is the 9. That's the wounded soldier. This is you really just carrying on because it feels kind of hopeless. I think you might feel strongly that there is something at the end of the tunnel, or, you know, at the end of this road. And it could very well be, and it could be lovely. It could, you know, give you a lot of food for thought, right? You could have something to take from this that is very important to you. Even if you close a chapter on this, you can take the lessons from it. So even if you are about to change your mind or career or life, you know, goal situation, I wouldn't take what has occurred all this time, for example, and throw the baby out with the bathwater. I would take all those lessons and cherish them, especially if they were hard, because it means 2 things. One, you're not going to repeat these issues, okay? Suffering is useless. Suffering is absolutely useless. Don't listen to these religious people who tell you you're gonna find some sort of solace in it. It's almost like that lie about poverty. Like, no, you don't need to do it. There's other ways to do it. And trust me, as the Buddhists say, you know, life is suffering. It already exists. We don't need to compound it. Life will already bring you lessons. Don't compound it, okay? Especially if you're already feeling or thinking on some level, you deserve this. You don't deserve any better. Nothing's working out. If this is a narrative for you, you've got to cut this out, Libra. You've got to cut it out. Your story needs to change. You need to have some faith in yourself. You need to want better for yourself. You need to really pay attention to that heart wish of yours. Because look how closely aligned this wish card is to this man of action. Passionate, sincere action. And I know it seems kind of backwards. These are 2 different elements, but I think that these are related in this reading for you. I think that past energy, you know what you really want. You really do. And for some reason, it's being denied to you, or you're denying it to yourself. And there's an opportunity right now for you to just make it happen. And as I said, if you're not a steamroller, if you're not using or abusing anybody, if you're not lying, stealing, or deceiving anybody, you have nothing to apologize for. You have to live your life. So with the 9 of Cups, as I said, this is the wish card. This is also a little bit of indulgence. This is an emotional element, so it could be emotional indulgence. Maybe you were getting some needs met in the situation that you now find yourself in that worked for you at first, or wasn't overwhelming, or didn't feel bad, or something was working for you that felt like a wish, or it was hunky-dory, or it was emotionally fulfilling, but it's not comfortable anymore. The Ace of Fire here in your present, as I said, the Ace of Wands is, here's an opportunity, lady. Here's an opportunity, fella. Are you going to take it? Another way to look at opportunity, and never dismiss this, my dear Libras, is to invent one. If one does not exist for you, make it, okay? Really get clever. Really love yourself enough to make this important. If you can't find an opportunity, make it. because it is available to you. It will show itself to you. That's what this is saying to you, present. And it's right under your worry. It's right under your anxiety. And it's literally saying, you don't have to be anxious. Look for solutions, okay? Because they're there. They're being provided to you, or you can make them. The King of Wands, as I said just moments ago, a very, very passionate, probably spiritually advanced person. Could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in your environment, or it could be that sign in the first 5 planets of your own chart. If you're a Libra, for example, with a Leo moon. This could be you. This could be you, but regardless of whether it's a sign in your chart or in your environment, this is energy, and it's mature. It's a court card, so it's mature, passionate energy. It's also in the same suit as this big, heavy burden here. So again, look for opportunities to get out, follow your passion. This is a passion card. And then look at this gorgeous, gorgeous, one of my favorite cards actually out of, in terms of artwork, really, out of this whole deck is this glorious new beginning. I'm going to set off into something new, and look how beautiful this is right under the wish card. Libra, I'm telling you, if you are courageous enough to be honest about what your passion is, and you're willing to take that leap, and you're going to do it with heart, and you're going to do it because the fire burns inside of you to do it, and it's your heart's intention, your heart and soul is in that. This is saying, as an advice card, this is saying, now is the time. There's no better time. This is a dawning on a new adventure for you. The Fool is actually one of my favorite cards out of the whole deck. Once I start doing YouTube videos, I'll explain some of the visions that I've had. For example, in meditation, look at this high energy card. You have what it takes right now. I'm just throwing that out there. And one of the visions included imagery from the Fool. So I have a really nice appreciation for the Fool card as well. I love seeing it in people's readings, and then as advice, it's really saying you need to take a leap. You need to take a leap of faith here, Libra. I would also say if there's any concern here about one of those burdens, or those perceived or real burdens, might feel like another person, might feel like a Libra or an Aries or a Sagittarius, Leo, Sagittarius or Aries in your life. That one of two things: either they don't know who you really are, or you don't understand how much they really support you if you just told them what you really wanted to do, okay? If there is a person in your environment who you feel is in some way in control of you making a sincere change or switch or not diversion, what's it called when you take a shortcut? When you've changed paths, they're still going to be on your side. And bottom line, even if they aren't, who are you living for, Libra? Your passion or what people think of you? The owl. So the owl's deception, it's its terminology in the book that came with the cards. But it is the card of sorcerers and witches, of warlocks. It is a very intense energy. There's a great deal of high intuition or intuitive ability here. I would say that if this is a spiritual matter for you, any Libras watching right now, this could have to do with the occult, the world of paganism or witchcraft itself. This is deep knowing. This would be related to the High Priestess card in the tarot, for example. There's a mystery at work here, and it's in your favor, but use your intuition to your highest ability here. The only warning, of course, with the owl is to recognize that everyone around you has this ability too. So this is not like, yay, I have special powers. This is everyone that I meet knows this. So you're dealing with a lot of really potent energy individuals. They could be empaths is one way to look at it, however you want to identify them or label them, and also you are as well. So just be aware of that. Okay, everyone's reading things, even if things aren't being said, even if you think that you're keeping it all inside, it's not. And this is why it's just a really good idea to get it off your chest and fix the problem. If there's a legitimate problem, it's saying like 100% right now, stop making excuses for this, stop suffering needlessly, take an opportunity, follow your passion, get moving. So maybe easier said than done, but I'm telling you right now, reach out for help. Reach out for help if you need to. Okay? And don't make excuses. Don't, oh, this burden, or oh, this, or I've been doing it so long, or all this stuff. What are you going to answer to? The past or your dreams and goals? Okay? Past life relationship. You've known each other before. So if this is a romantic situation, you could feel very familiar with this person. That could feel like deja vu-y or a little bit soulmate-y. If this is about a creative project, yes, follow your bliss. This is something deep in your heart. You know that you were it could even feel like a purpose, okay? So if there's an element around a creative environment and it's not about a relationship, this is really about you understanding this is your purpose and really finding some peace in that. With a relationship situation here, reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. This is very interesting. We have two cards with the terminology with past in it. So very, very interesting. So as a relationship card, someone could be coming in from your past. There could be a deja vu experience. You may not even want this. It may be an unwanted energy that you're fighting to come out of. If that's the case, you take that opportunity and bolt. If this is about a creative project, though, I'm telling you, you might wind up working with someone that you've worked with before toward a goal that suits your long-term goals and dreams. So Libra, I'm actually pretty excited for you. This is a beautiful reading for you to take action. This is the first action-oriented reading I've had for all signs so far. And you got to get out of the muck. You got to get out of this. If it makes any difference, Eckhart Tolle wrote, "Suffering is necessary until it becomes unnecessary." And I want you to take a little bit of time and examine what it is that makes you suffer, or that you're suffering from, or that brings suffering, or when you allow suffering. I want you to identify what it means to suffer, and then I want you to take a look at why you might be inviting that, allowing that, or perpetuating that in your life, because there's a way out, okay? There's a way out. I'm seeing this for you. Especially here with some past life language and some really deep knowing, some highly mysterious, intuitive energies here for you as well. You know, maybe if that appeals to some Libras more than others, you know, maybe dive into thinking more about that, okay? Maybe a lesson has been learned. Maybe this is a fated thing and the lesson's been learned. The karma has been paid, that type of thing. So I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and like my videos. Of course, comment. I love hearing from you, and I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. Take excellent care. Bye for now.